All right, Dottie, great question. Does it seem like a dog with a high prey drive would be more prone to anxiety? 100% yes. And the reason I say that is because with like higher prey drives, a lot of these dogs have higher energy levels. And a lot of times, unfortunately, we don't meet their needs to get rid of their excess energy in the proper channels. And also, their high prey drive. So what are they stalking cats or like what? I don't know what constitutes high prey drive for that definition for you, but I would look at, okay, this dog has a lot of energy potentially. So we used to have a husky that didn't do well with our cats growing up, and he had a lot of energy. I used to run him 3 times a day. This is long before my vet school days. It's like high school, college breaks, things like that. And I would run him 3 frickin' times a day. I was the most fit I have ever been. And that dog wanted to go even more. And so that's the biggest thing. Like, we need to make sure we're getting their energy out, maybe using puzzle toys also to work their brain. We also need to be careful if there are other pets in the house with high prey drives to ensure, like, especially if you have cats, like they can kill those cats. That's a reality, unfortunately. So we need to make sure we're getting their energy out in appropriate manners. I wouldn't necessarily say you're drugging them because that's just that's their personality. So you're taking that personality away from them. Dottie, I think there's a lot of behavior stuff. So we asked if the dog was a stray and probably not treated well by their past owner. There's a lot of different so this is where behavior is so complex. So that's a great question because a lot of people, like, raise your hand, thumbs up, whatever, like hearts, if you adopted a pet during the pandemic. Like, so many pet parents brought another pet in. Like, I see Jess, I see other people like Ryan. Yeah, we 3 animals during the pandemic. We lost one, and we lost Finn, unfortunately. But it's one of those things where we're at home more, we want the companionship. So there's going to potentially, especially when we adopt or we do rescue pets, there is going to be a whole host potentially of mental health, and I don't want to call it issues, but things we need to look at. So we may be dealing with fear. So fear anxiety is a real thing. And there's ways to deal with fear in terms of behavioral modifications and how you can address those. But that's where we can't necessarily just give a drug and expect it to go away. And I see that a lot, unfortunately, with expectations. And as a vet, we need to set up the expectation that this does not necessarily fix the problem. Yes, see, Dottie, exactly. Like, our vet used Prozac for a few, I'm not sure if that's weeks, to help her adjust, but we weaned her off and she's so much better. So through that adjustment period, allowing her to gain the like confidence that you are a safe environment and safe person. See, that's where drugs can definitely be needed. So a few months, okay, that makes sense. So, and then that's where you can do those behavior modifications, making sure that we're addressing any health concerns, diet issues. Are we treating the gut health appropriately? Like, that's really, really important. Like, gut health is number 1 for every single disease that I treat, every condition I look at. Preventative medicine. Like, if I never had to treat disease again, this world would be such a better place, because it means that our pets are just optimized through preventative medicine, through their diets, through the environment not being toxic. It's not a reality, but that's the goal, right? So looking at, okay, add your digestive enzymes, add your probiotics, add in those leafy greens, add in real food. Look at, can we get them to a more optimal diet if you can, over time, to a balanced home cooked diet, maybe raw if they do well with raw. Not every pet can handle raw, and there's a transition period. And then also some of the other things that you can use for these new pets. So use the pheromones. We talk a lot about feel away in cats. So these are plugins that you can plug into the wall, And rather than like, if you have Glade plugins, just throw those away or burn them. Like those are so toxic and create so many health issues. So instead plug in like Feel Away or Adaptil. The Adaptil is the dog pheromone that helps calm them down. So this is great to put in the room, like their safe room. Where is the calming mat? Okay, the Adaptil is going to go in that room. And what it does is it diffuses out this pheromone that's a calming pheromone for either that dog or cat, depending on what product you're using. We can't smell it, but they can. And I've seen like my cats rub against it. Like it's the coolest thing ever. And it's so easy. And if it doesn't work, okay, there's no harm in using it. And you can spray, like they have sprays too that you can spray on bandanas. There's so much we can do. And when we have to use a multimodal approach for behavior modification, food, supplements, all sorts of things. So there's definitely a place for everything. Now, the other thing, this is a hot topic right now, and we have a lot of videos. We did a full 60-minute, I think we actually went 90 minutes because I always go over, in our Natural Pet Tribe membership on how to use CBD safely for your pets. So check out our membership. If you want to see that video, like the full length video, we do have some blog posts and things to get you started, but CBD definitely has a place for helping anxious pets. Now, it doesn't work for every pet. It's just like anything. Some of the things I tell you may not work for your pet, and CBD could be one of them. And CBD products, there's a lot of products out there that are really bad. And then there's a lot of products that are really good. And some of the companies that I work with or I recommend to clients is Earth Buddy, Vet CS, Hemp My Pet. There's a lot more than that. And those are just 3 that I've used personally, that I've used with clients, and I love them. So I stick with them because they're fantastic and they have great customer service. And the cool thing with Earth Buddy too, is they have other products. So there's a actual colostrum, like hemp product to help your pet's gut health. We're actually giving that away for our webinar if you register this month. And our webinar is all about pet food. So Dottie, like you have a question about like Taste the Wild and getting conflicting information about food, join our webinar. It's super cheap. And we are gonna go deep into like, what is the best food for your pet? How do we use food as medicine? How do you balance your pet's diet? Like, if you want to do home cooked, what are the best kibbles? Like we are talking about that in this webinar. So make sure you guys register. It's in our link. It's on our website, thenaturalpetdoctor.com, because you're going to get so many answers. Like that's why we do those webinars, so that we can go deeper into it. But there's so many different things for anxiety. So definitely check out our blog posts. Make sure you register for that webinar, and go to our YouTube channel. So the Natural Pet Doctor. So Dr. Katie, if you type that in, so many free videos. We're posting 3 times a week, free videos. So subscribe. And definitely we have a private Facebook group too. So the Natural Pet Doctor, join that. Like there's some amazing people in there that have amazing knowledge about essential oils and other things that I've tried. And that's a safe community where you can ask questions and get help from other pet parents like yourself. So there's so many different avenues that we have. And awesome. This is a great question. Angels for Animals Foundation. Our webinar is recorded for members. So you are in the UK. Yes, time difference. So we have people all over the world that are in our membership, and they're recorded. They are there for life, for as long as you are in the membership. So if you can't make the live, it takes me probably a few days to get it into the membership after the live, but you get access to it to rewatch whenever you want. And there's also PDFs every single month on monthly wellness checks, tips and hints and things that you need to do. So check it out. Like there's different membership options too. I'd love to see you guys there. It's been really cool interacting with our members and providing extreme value. And we cover different topics. From nutrition's a big one. That's because it's the foundation for health. So we're always talking about nutrition, and there's so many questions from pet parents about what food is best to feed my pets. It's confusing. That's why we talk a lot about it. But we also talk about natural remedies for cancer prevention, cancer treatment, CBD, because that's a topic that's not covered, and vets are afraid to talk about it. And we need to tell pet parents how to use things, what doses, how to use it safely, how to analyze that product so you know you're giving a quality product to your pet. Those are in there. Allergies. Who here has an itchy pet? Oh my gosh. Like, and what I find too, so I'll bring it back to a whole anxiety issue, these pets are anxious. They're itchy, they're inflamed, their bodies are off. And that inflammation leads to itchiness, leads to anxiety, leads to other conditions. So we talk a lot about allergies also in our membership too, because it's a common problem. Diarrhea, we talk kidney disease, we just covered essential oils. So we talk about, so Dottie, you talked about weight management for older dogs. That's in our membership. We also have a wellness course that's part of our annual membership. And it covers puppies, kittens to seniors. And it covers how to analyze body condition score, what you need to be looking for in your senior pets. And we did a whole entire webinar on managing your senior pets. So there's so many different topics, and that's what I love about being able to provide this to you guys. So anyways, I hope you enjoyed this. I appreciate you once again for showing up on a Saturday morning and asking the questions. Check out our website, thenaturalpetdoctor.com. Make sure you like us, follow us, Facebook, Instagram, and definitely join our Natural Pet Tribe. I'd love to see you guys there, and have a fantastic weekend. Thanks so much.